to, afterwards, take 5 minutes and sign Pastor Larson up step by step for Facebook. Anyone, volunteers? Before he goes. Yeah, it really doesn't. It's that easy. It's amazing. Dane said that we don't know exactly how many people we have in our community area right now because we're waiting for rosters on May 15th. Another reminder, encourage you to turn those in. But we do know, he said that at this point it looks like it's gone up about 2% since around the beginning of the year, something like that. And that is huge. I hope you guys get that. 2% of adults. Anybody know how much that is? We have about 5,000 to 5,500 adults that come to our campuses on Sundays. And so 2% of that is about 110 people, 100 to 110 people. So that's 100 to 110 people who were not connected to a community group at all, that now are. In a significant way, many of them. And it's life-changing, and it's huge. And we got to celebrate that. I mean, that is so good. And it's, you guys work hard, and we work hard. But it's by God's grace and Spirit that these things happen. So we got to celebrate that. We had the Embrace Tomorrow thing up there. And you guys have probably, you've heard this over and over. New lives, new places. Everyone in a group, every group is a ministry. And bless our cities, bless our world, right? The one I want to focus on is everyone in a group. We want every single person to be in a group. And that's one of those big BHAGs, big, hairy, audacious goals, right? That's crazy. We have thousands and thousands of people, of adults here. We want everybody to be in an ABF or a home ABF. That's our goal. And we need you to be doing that, to be inviting people, to be recruiting people. Right now, the goal with Embrace Tomorrow is 60%. We're not there yet. We're getting there, but we're not there yet. And that's 60% for the next, I think we have 2 years left, something like that, 2 or 3 years left. We're moving in that direction, but ultimately the goal is 100%. We'll know more exactly where we're at after May 15th. Have I said we are collecting rosters enough times yet? Okay. We're collecting rosters if you have them. We've spent, us in the community area, we've spent a lot of time over the past months just kind of brainstorming and trying to figure out ways to get more people in our ABS and our home ABS, because we really feel like the way that our ABS and home ABS are structured, it's very conducive to life change for people. And if we can get people into these groups, into these community groups, then that's one step closer to them being transformed. You know, God designed us to be in community. You know, we're only going to be reach as far as our potential, only so far. I'm not speaking that very well. We're only going to go so far with our potential in the Lord by ourselves. You know, we need each other. We need one another. And being a part of an ABF or a home ABF is a huge part of that. So we've been thinking, how do we get more people? How do we get more people in these ABS and home ABS? And we've thought about it a lot, we've discussed it a lot, but we realize our limitations. We're only a few people with semi-intelligent minds. Dane's a smart one. Semi-intelligent minds for me. And you guys, we have, 75 people or so in this room right now. And we thought that it would be a really good thing to take the next half hour. This is what we're going to end with. So our goal is to get you out here by 7:45? 8:45, whatever. In the next half hour. But what we're going to do for this time is I have some questions that we've put together, that we want you to take some time at your tables and discuss. And in your folders, you've got a bunch of sheets in there, but 2 of those sheets are about brainstorming, or brainstorming sessions. We're getting there. Okay. 2 of those sheets are about our brainstorming sessions. And here's what I want you to do. I want somebody at each table to be the scribe, and you're going to be responsible. Stephanie's got pens back there and pencils if you need those. But one person is the scribe is going to be responsible to write down the different things that you talk about at your table. And at the end, when we're done, you can just leave those on a table, and we're going to take that. Stephanie and Kara are going to compile that for us, and we're going to use that as we're planning more for the future. So please take this very seriously. This is very important for us. Is that mic on? Everybody stop. And let me say this too. Right now, tonight, we're going to focus on numbers. And we don't always do this because we know that the church isn't all about numbers, and not all about how many people we have at our church or how many people we have in our ABFs or home ABFs. It's about life change and how people are growing personally. But if we believe that ABFs and home ABFs are where life change happens, then we should be about numbers in one sense, to get people into these groups. So tonight, that's going to be our focus, is how can we get more people, the people that only come to service, and there are a lot of them. There are thousands of people that come to our church in a month that only go to a service and then they go home and they have no other connection to anyone at the church. How can we get those people into our groups, into our community groups? So I put together 4 questions for us, and you're going to have about 5 to 7 minutes at your tables to discuss these questions, and they kind of build off each other. And after each time, so you take about 5 minutes or so, I'll stop you, and then I'm going to take 5 responses from different tables that you've come up with, and then we're going to move on to the next. But as you guys are doing this, make sure you have somebody writing down everything that you're discussing. Does this make sense? Are you tracking with me? Okay, here's the first question. First question, what are some of the barriers that keep people from being in an ABF or home ABF at the chapel? Why doesn't everyone join? Okay, so take about 5 minutes and discuss these barriers at your table, and please somebody write them down. Okay, so I'd like to have 5 people. You can just raise your hand. 5 people, share what you got. The reason that we're doing this is maybe it sparks something that you want to write down that you didn't have already to discuss later. It's okay. Okay, so who would like to share one thing that you discussed?
We need a partnership through activities, whether in the church or outside the church.
Okay, barriers that keep people in an ABF, keep people from being in an ABF or a home ABF is, say that again?
They don't want to be alone, they want to mingle with others, our feeling was, and the barrier was, without us asking them to become involved, they felt alone. So we want a partnership with outside activities as well as our ABF.
Okay. So maybe the big barrier there is that we're not asking people to come into the ABF or home ABF, and it's a difficult thing to take that first step with a group of people that you don't know.
Exactly.
Good. Okay, another. Ron.
What's in it for me?
What's in it for me? Okay, so people don't go into an ABF or home ABF because they don't see any value in that, or they don't see enough value to take that step to get into it. Okay, good. Yeah?
I said that a lot of people have previously that it's kind of going off of what you said, that, what can the ABF do for me, and if I get involved, like, I have to end up meeting at some point, or what do I have to do, and, I feel afraid of people, or they can do something, or something like that.
Okay, good. A lot of people don't know exactly what an ABF is like, and they don't know if they're going to be, challenged to talk too much, or maybe they're a quiet person, something like that. Good. Yeah.
One of my thoughts is that a lot of people like the big church because they can float in and they can float out and not be recognized and not be acknowledged. And I think one of the underlying reasons is the fear of rejection, because we can be a very judgmental population. And so our group kind of discussed that one of the attitudes we need to perceive to overcome the judgmental attitudes and the fear of rejection.
That's question 2. That's question 2. We'll get to it in a second. But what she said, the barrier then is the fear of rejection, right? Fear of rejection. Good.
Being judged.
Being judged. Excellent. One more. Carol.
I simply say it's very simple. We don't sit on our front porches anymore, and so therefore we're not used to talking to the new neighbor, inviting them, and we take that same attitude into the church. We want to direct at our own interest, it's busyness, and take care of what we have to leave and leave. We don't want to get to know someone, or they don't want to get to know someone because they're out of that habit.
Good. So maybe we're rushed. We're not as friendly potentially as we could be. We're there. Maybe even there's a self-centeredness to that. We're there for our own spiritual growth, and we're not thinking about other people as much. Okay. Good. Okay. Second question. And this builds off of the first one. What are some ways to break through those barriers that you discussed in question 1? Or if there was another one that just came up that you want to talk about too, you can discuss that in about 5 to 7 minutes.